It is a monument to a time. It's a monument to a people. It's a monument to a place. And it also captures so much history that is within the walls of the building. The architecture itself, the artwork that's in there, tell the history and the story of place and people and time. And it's those things that make this place so special for me, and it makes it special for our visitors today.
My first impression of Desert View when I first moved here was that it was a beautiful, grand landscape. And since I have spent some time here and lived here for over 4 years, it's really shown me how beautiful and special this place is and more than just views. The Watchtower and the history behind it, as well as Mary Colter's history, is just really rich.
When Mary Colter decided to build the Watchtower here at Desert View, she was challenged by trying to come up with what is the right form, what is the right thing to have here that was really meaningful, that meant something to the land, that had this great view. It is the view that you can't build upon. What she did here is she allowed visitors to go a little higher so they could see everything unobstructed.
The ancestral Puebloans thrived at the Grand Canyon over 800 years ago, as well as around the Southwest, and built homes and stone towers in places that we know now as Mesa Verde National Park and Canyon de Chelly National Monument.
And to be honest, as an archaeologist, I can say that a lot of people are still wondering exactly what these things are. They were built prehistorically somewhere 1200, 1300 AD. Their function is debated amongst archaeologists even today. And that's one of the reasons why Colter wanted to create this watchtower here at the rim of Grand Canyon, because it is a form, it's a function, it's a proportion that is very evocative of what the prehistoric peoples were building and how they were using these lands 1,000 years ago.
Mary Colter was an interior designer and architect working for the Fred Harvey Company in the early 1900s. Her history goes back to being an artist and an art teacher, and she designed many structures along the Santa Fe Railroad, including many structures here at Grand Canyon, both on the South Rim and down at Phantom Ranch. She was definitely ahead of her time in the early 1900s working in a man's field. She was very independent, very strong-willed, and it was very rare to see a woman as an architect, because at that period of time, women weren't allowed to be licensed architects. So she always had to have a man working for the Santa Fe Railroad sign off on her drawings.
She took film footage of some of the construction activities. I mean, we look at it today, and it's astounding that they were able to move those rocks, these huge boulders, into place. If there was something she didn't like, she had it taken out and replaced with the one she did. Often these towers are built over many, many years, many generations, and what you see is very purposeful mixing of stone types, mixing of mortar types, mixing of different, types of architectural styles, from the small windows to the larger ones that are for viewing, to the lintel stones, to the small little sandstone pieces to kind of fill in like chinking stones, as if it had fallen apart and they just needed to fill it back in again. Each and every piece chosen specifically to fit, just so it evoked that feeling that it's very organic, that it's unplanned in a very planned way. When you look out the windows of the kiva, when you look out the windows of the tower, you are looking upon this vast landscape that really represents the Aboriginal homes of many, many people, the Hopi people, the Navajo people, the Paiute people, all of them. The Grand Canyon itself is a place of emergence for many of the tribal people. Each and every one of the tribes sees the Grand Canyon and this greater region as part of their homeland, their cultural landscape, and that's why they call the canyon home.
Mary Colter, of course, was inspired by the Hopi people and their architecture, their villages. And she, in fact, hired Hopi men to work on the watchtower construction. Some of the paintings around the wall there, I can relate to. I can actually see some interpretation from it. Here you see the 4 white lines, and what that means is welcoming everyone from the 4 directions, including the spiritual people, to a home. So it really is what you would call a welcome sign, and so that's a reflective of what the artist Kabodi wanted to do, was to welcome everybody here.
So the murals in this room are really fabulous. I mean, Fred Kabodi, as he was designing these, working with Mary Colter, they really did put together a package of murals that really tells Hopi history and is so rich in iconography and the imagery that he was portraying. If you look closely, though, you'll see that time has taken its toll. There's been damage from water, from cracking in the cement, and that just the buildup of dirt over the years. Conservation of these nationally significant buildings is critical for our future generations to understand what the parks are about, what historic preservation is about. On January 1st, 2015, the National Park Service took over management of the Desert View Watchtower. With that change, we hope that Mary Colter's original vision for the tower can once again be realized.
Well, over time, of course, the first floor of the watchtower became full of the usual merchandise of T-shirts and cups and memorabilia. It didn't allow for what I sense today. When I walk through these doors today, I see this vastness open up and greet me as a Hopi person. And it reminds Hopi of the magnificence of our Aboriginal lands that we still pay homage to in different ways.
Mary Elizabeth Jane Colter was a master architect. And this building is probably one of the greatest of her works. This one hopefully will stand the test of time and the ages, because what it's here for and what it's here to teach us.